Welcome back, children. This is the second part of the video, the second chapter, teeth and microbes. So, in the previous first part, we saw what are teeth and how they are useful, and what are the different types of teeth that we have in our mouth. So, in this part, we will see and we will read about the structure of teeth. So, as you can see in front of you, teeth and how does it look? Right? You can see that the teeth is divided into two main parts. Right? So the first one, this is the first one called as neck, and the second one is called as root. And these are also two main parts are neck and root. And in that again we get right. We have crown, enamel, dentine, pulp, cementum, nerve and body supply. So let us see one by one. Okay, so only part of each tooth can be seen. How does or how are teeth fixed to you in the body? Right, they are fixed in the jawbone, as you can see now. Our human skull, right? Skull means the upper portion of the body covering the face. Bone that is covering the upper. So as you see in the picture, they are fixed to the jawbone. Jaw is a bone that is fixed to the skull, below the skull, right? So all these teeth that you have are fixed to that jawbone below your gum, right? Gum is the muscle that is there on the jaw, so that the teeth is fixed. So the outer covering of each tooth is called as enamel. So this is the first part, right? Enamel, I can say enamel. Outer covering of each tooth that we have, we can say that you can just touch it. It is the outer cover of your teeth. It is very hard, right? It is the hardest substance in the body. It's very hard, children. And just below the enamel is dentine, which is not so hard as an enamel. So as you can see, this whole portion from here to here, it is enamel. But below that, you can see that brown part, right? Below that, you can see that brown part. So this is called as dentine. It is just below the enamel. So inside the dentine is a soft pulp. This whole area, right? You can see it. This whole area. The reddish part where you can see blue and yellow lines coming inside it. Right? Blue and yellow lines coming inside it. So as it is in red, let me change the in color so that it will be very clear for you to see. So this portion I am doing. All of this portion from here to here. Right? So all of this is pulp, where it is very soft, right? Soft means you may be containing what? Muscles there. Soft tissues we call it, which contains, see, the blood is supplied to the tooth, to the nerve in the pulp. So remember that, children, teeth also need blood, right? So where does that is supplied from? It is supplied to the tooth through this pulp, right? So pulp is further connected, right? Nerve goes through the holes in the tooth into the jawbone, as you can see in the bottom here. But as you can see in the bottom there are holes. So those holes contain what? Nerves, right? Nerves are the what we can say, children, just like a very small and minute pipes in our body that transfer what? Blood and signals, right? Blood signals and signals from the brain. Especially nerves are what? Just like wires that transfer signal from brain and other and brain to other parts of the body. So where does these nerves come to the tooth? They come through the holes that are present in the tooth and through the jawbone. The portion of the teeth above the jaw ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಏರಿಯಾ, this much area, right? All of this thing. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ this whole area, children, right? We can call this as crown, right? We can call this as crown, children. And the portion inside the jawbone, illinda illivaregu, you can imagine this. This is root, right? This is called as root, children. The portion of the tooth above this thing is called as jaw, and whereas below the inside the jawbone is called as root. And the root is always fixed to the gum, right? Crown is above the gum, or which is visible to us, whereas root is, so this portion, right, you can see that this is the gum, children, soft muscles, right? The teeth is not directly fixed to the jaws, right? There is a small portion of muscle that makes the teeth to bind to that jaw. So this portion is called as gum, right? It gives proper cushioning, right? It gives proper cushioning to the teeth, or else what will happen? So this jaw is not bone, and the teeth is also very hard enamel, right? It's very hard. So when this both things which are hard to each other cannot be fixed properly, or there will be no proper cushioning for teeth, it may get damaged. But as it is fixed through this, what we can say, gum, right? It exactly properly fixes into the jawbone. So as teeth is very important, as you can see that it does many functions. Especially it helps in digestion, keeps a proper gives a proper structure to the face, right? Makes us to speak words clearly. So many other functions are there. So we have to take a good care of them. We have to take a good care of them, and we have to see them that they do not get decay. So then, children, there are new words. What is decay then? Decaying. What is decaying, children? Right. So as we eat different things from morning till night, right? Most of the food are chewed by the teeth and they go into the stomach. But as you can see, while chewing, certain food gets stuck in the teeth, right? As you can see, there is food stuck here, right? They get stuck in the teeth. So that causes the growth of bacteria. What is bacteria? Bacteria are harmful small organisms that we cannot see through our naked eyes. Right? We cannot see them through our naked eyes. So this food that gets stuck up, right? What happens? They help in growth of bacteria, and that bacteria destroys our teeth. Right? Bacteria first attacks the enamel. You know, no? Enamel is the outermost part of the teeth. Right? Attacks the enamel and forms a very thin sticky film on the teeth. It is called as plaque. So many new words. First bacteria and how it is happening. This all is getting spoiled, right? Why? Because the food that is left over in the mouth after eating, what it gets, it helps in growth of bacteria. That bacteria that grows first attacks the enamel, that is the outermost layer of the teeth, and this is called as plaque. As you can see that they produce an acid this acid shall see our mouth. There are two types of nature. So one is called acidic. Let us say acid, and we call it as base. Right. So our mouth is a neutral children. You can say what do you mean by that? It is nor acid, it is nor base. Acid and the things that are sour in nature. Right? You just understand this much. Understand this much. Things that are sour, like lemon, tamarind, and you can think so many sour things. Tomato, but we can term that as acid. Base are the things which are bitter, right? So we can say bitter gourd. Just for example, I am giving. So neutral. So acid environment. This what acid environment. This is suitable for growth of bacteria. Bacteria likes acid environment. So when we eat things, right? Food gets stuck up into the mouth. That will increase or that will promote the growth of acidic environment inside the mouth. So as this environment becomes acidic, it helps in growth of bacteria and other harmful microorganisms that what starts decaying the teeth. So how is it possible that food left out starts to decay and the environment becoming acidic and microorganisms and bacteria start to grow, which eat away the enamel, right? Enamel is the outermost layer of the teeth. As you can see, this is how the teeth get destroyed. You can see here. This is enamel. You can see the enamel is being totally spoiled. You can see here, so many things. Right? But this is how our teeth looks when the enamel get destroyed. So, how does it take place? So the cavity gets bigger. Cavity is what should? Cavity is a hole. Right? You can see. And this is, it goes on making first it eats the enamel. Then it goes into what you can see the other parts. Enamel. Then it goes into the first enamel is as the hardest part. So this gets destroyed. And the bacteria enters the dentin and finally it enters the pulp. So like this it goes on making hole inside the teeth. As the cavity gets bigger and deeper, the pulp of the tooth begins to hurt. As you can see, it has got swollen here now. So as soon as you find out that your teeth or your enamel is getting destroyed, you should quickly take care of. Or else what happens after some days, the enamel goes and the pulp goes, and finally you see that a hole has formed in your teeth, and that starts to hurt now because the bacteria has now entered your deeper. They enter your teeth deeper, and it has entered the pulp where we have muscles and nerves. As you can see that it is swollen here till here it has entered now. But even where we get blood and other things, so obviously it starts to hurt now. So what are different things that might happen if you do not take care of your teeth? So one is bad breath, right? So obviously, why do we have bad breath as soon as we get up early in the morning? Because throughout the day we'll be not feeling that, but as soon as we get up in the morning, we feel, oh, we have bad breath and we brush it because we sleep in the night for at least 8 to 9 hours. But this is a very good time for bacteria to act on our teeth. So better to have a good habit of brushing our teeth in the night, so that reduces the activity of bacteria or reduces the acidic production in the mouth. So toothache, Bleeding gums means what is bleeding gum? Bleeding gums is a situation where gums are not strong. Cavities, again, where the enamel of the tooth is getting spoiled, and sometimes indigestion. These are some of the effects of teeth decay. Right, so how should we take care of our teeth? Let us see that. Right? So we can eat some healthy food like milk and cheese are rich source of calcium. So why this calcium, children? Let me tell you. Our teeth is made up of something called as calcium phosphate. Right? So this is the thing from which our teeth is made up of. So anything which is rich, any food that is rich, calcium is a mineral, children. Remember, then don't get confused. You have seen in the previous chapter, it's a mineral. Right? Calcium is a mineral. So anything that is rich in calcium can be taken. So very good source of calcium is milk, cheese, and all other dairy products. So toothbrush was invented some 500 years ago, and Indians, especially in rural areas, what they do, they use neem twig, the small thin stem of neem, right? And they go on chewing it, that small stem. So what happens? The juice that comes out is highly what? It's bitter and it's antiseptic. I don't know. Neem sticks. It is bitter. Bitter ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಷ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So what do you mean by bitter? It is basic. It is a base, right? Just now I give an example. So mouth is what? Due to bacteria activity, mouth becomes acidic. So obviously, this base neem, right? Neem is a what? Tree. So the small stem from the leaf is kept in your mouth, and when you go on chewing it, it releases bitter liquid into the mouth, right? Bitter liquid, right? Bitter liquid into the mouth. So this liquid reduces acids produced in the mouth. So this is liquid that produces is an antiseptic, right? Antiseptics are the substances that are used to treat us from bacteria and germs. They normally kill the germs. Okay, so how to protect that is the best way is to brush your teeth twice a day. So once in the morning and once you sleep before in the night, and rinse your mouth after each meal. So one of the best things that many people do not do. See, I've seen people who brush teeth twice a day, but children's you have to do it. It's a very good habit of brushing your teeth. So that what happens now? You'll be, as soon as I get up in the morning, your teeth will be, you'll not feel that bad breath and all things. And next thing is, as soon as you eat anything in the morning, breakfast, right? Or if you eat anything in the middle, or lunch, dinner, whatever, or having snacks in the evening, as soon as I have anything, so what you can do, you can put some water into the mouth and neatly rinse it by just gargling it, or completely rinsing your mouth and then spitting it out. So whatever food that is stuck in your teeth will go away, and due to that, if food is not stuck to the teeth, obviously what will happen? No bacteria grows in the mouth. So this washes the food particles and bacteria and prevents the plaque. Plaque is very important thing. Plaque is something which gets attached to the tooth. And use floss, right? Floss are very small threads which can be used to remove the food that is stuck between the teeth. Clean your tongue. Again, many children, elders do it, but children forget to do it. Very important. Bacteria is not only present in on teeth, it is present all over the mouth, especially on the tongue. The white thing that is present on the mouth is called as, that is also plaque. So how you can kill it? Just by using a tongue cleaner or by toothbrush you can clean it. So bacteria attack our teeth and also cause bad breath. That is very important, right? Bad breath. So how can we protect? Next, avoid eating many sweets and sugar snacks and drinks. Right? So these are, as soon as we eat anything, children, obviously bacteria become very active. So how can we do that? Especially avoiding sweets, right? Sugar snacks and cool drinks. And the best thing is, regularly we can visit our dentist for checkups. Right? So this is where we stop today. So when I come back, we'll start with a new topic called as microbes. Thank you, children.